Now, Israel says it has agreed to the ceasefire that was announced by the American President Donald Trump. Iran is also a part of this ceasefire. It has agreed to stop its attacks if Israel also ceases all its military action. This as Donald Trump announced that the ceasefire is now in effect. Now, this phased ceasefire will bring about an official end to the 12-day war between Iran and Israel. A senior White House official said that Israel agreed to the ceasefire deal on the condition that Iran stops its attacks on their country. During the negotiations, the American president communicated directly with the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. Vice President J.D. Vance, the Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and the Special Envoy Steve Witkoff negotiated the terms through direct and indirect channels with the Iranians. A report citing a diplomatic source said that Trump had asked the Emir of Qatar to broker the ceasefire agreement with Iran. The Qatari Prime Minister secured Iran's agreement on Monday, which Trump then announced to the world on social media. Now, Trump said that the ceasefire will be a phased 24-hour process beginning in 6 hours, with Iran unilaterally halting all operations. Now, Israel will follow suit 12 hours later. He added that upon the 24th hour, an official end to the 12-day war will be marked. Now, the ceasefire announcement came hours after Iran launched missiles at the largest U.S. military facility in West Asia, the Al Udeid base, that is located in Qatar, where the United States stations nearly 10,000 of its soldiers. Now, this, of course, has been shrugged off by Donald Trump as a very weak measure. Now, calling for a de-escalation, Trump thanked Tehran for giving advance notice for the barrage. Now, Trump, in fact, said that the Iranian strikes had gotten all out of their system and there will hopefully be no further hate. Now, Iran's National Security Council has confirmed having targeted the base in response to the American aggressive and insolvent action against Iran's nuclear sites and facilities, but it has further added that the number of missiles that was launched is the same as the number of bombs that the Americans had dropped on Iran, a signal that it had calibrated its response to be directly proportional to what the United States did rather than to be an escalatory action. Now, Iran is yet to officially agree to the ceasefire, but it has said that it will not retaliate further if Israel stops its attacks. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said that if Israel stops its aggression no later than 4 a.m. Tehran time, then we have no intention to continue our response afterwards. He said that any final decision on the cessation of our military operations will be made later. Israel, meanwhile, has said that it has agreed for the ceasefire. The Israeli government claimed that it has achieved all objectives in the war with Iran and has removed the dual existential threat of Iran's nuclear program and Iranian missiles. But Israel also has warned that it will retaliate if Iran violates the ceasefire. And we earlier spoke with foreign policy experts and analysts on the situation in West Asia after Trump's announcement of a ceasefire between Iran and Israel. Listen to what was said.
Yes, actually, after 12 days of the military confrontation between Iran and Israel, the first of kind that we witnessed during the last decades, the U.S. President Donald Trump declared a ceasefire, and later Israel and Iran said they are ready if the others didn't violate the ceasefire, then they will respect it. But right now, there is no more details about the clauses of this agreement between Israel and Iran, which make it stable, and also if it is just a 24-hour ceasefire or it will be like a permanent ceasefire between Israel and Iran. So all the observers are watching what's happening at the moment, and since this morning right now, we witness stop of military operation between Israel and Iran on the ground, but still cautiously watching what's going to happen on the ground, and for more details from President Trump about this agreement.
So what I think you've seen in the last 18 hours is that all three of the major parties involved, Israel, Iran, and the United States, had reached a point where they felt that they had an out where they could end this thing. I think the Iranians' calculus was, we've done what we need to do. We've shown resolve. We're in a position to stop. I think the U.S. felt we've shown our ability to stand up to this punch from Iran. We've significantly impacted the long-term ability of Iran to create a nuclear weapon within the current structure and the current program. And for Israel, I think their calculus was we've reached a point where we've achieved our objective. So I think all three parties felt we're at a point where we could stop and we can all use a narrative that effectively claims victory in some ways.